Recently, I added a new piece of gear to my setup, which is the utopia mini freak. Let me tell you, this synth has completely reinvigorated my creative process. It has pushed me to explore a more hardware-focused workflow, incorporating not just these amazing synths, but also live instruments and some pedals that, to be honest, I've been underutilizing for far too long. Today, the last day of 2024, I want to walk you through how I've been experimenting with the Mini Freak and other hardware to craft the Don Toliver inspired sample. We'll dive into every step of the process, from some simple sound design tricks to layering and finalizing the vibe. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I started with a simple progression using a Mini Freak factory case sound. Here's how it sounds. While playing, I tweaked the color of knob and experimenting with the two modulation bars. For processing, I used the plugins like LFO and Kickstart to create a sidechain effect, along with halftime to slow it down and darken the vibe. Next, I added an experimental preset with lots of noise and texture to create a simple but catchy accent. For processing, I use the Cymatics Origin to add a vintage touch and Portal for actual texture. This really captures that Don Toliver and Travis Scott vibe. I then layered a simple melody with another key sound and also ran it through my Synth Bass audio thermal pedal to come up something more interesting. Using the same melody, I added a lead sound and reversed it to make it as a background texture. Once these sounds were laid down, I routed them to a bus, applied halftime to glue everything together, and used the sound shifter pitch on the lead sound to preserve its pitch while keeping the slowdown effect. Additionally, I also used the automation clips on these two effects to create some dynamic changes throughout the sample. For the next layer, I introduced the most important sound in this sample, an arc. I used a portal and shiverbox to add texture and create movement with panning. And also, I chopped this arc for the other section. Then we got a Synth Bass, a hard motion-filled sound that needed no actual effects. To add rhythm, I used the texture Perc Loop from the Synth Palace by Perc Jack and Alice Lost. Finally, inspired by Deseret and Moulin's workflow, I incorporated live instruments. I added a simple 2-chord guitar pattern along with some simple guitar melodies and drowned them in the effects. Then I recorded a bass single note to complement with the guitar. On the master, I applied halftime in 1.5 mode and sound shifter to raise the pitch by 5 semitones for keeping the original feel. And also I used some additional plugins such as Guhertz Can Opener Studio, RC20, Guhertz Wall Control, and L3 Ultra Maximizer to bring everything together and boosted the volume. And there you have it, a sample built from the scratch using the Mini Freak and other hardware tools in my external. What I've learned through this process is that the experimentation is the key of making music. It's not just about the tools you have, but how far you are willing to push push their boundaries to discover something truly unique. So next time, when you open the FL Studio and get ready to dive into your own creative journey in 2025, remember, the magic happens when you let the curiosity lead the way. Thank you for watching. I'm Chrayson, a sample maker and music producer. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.